Hey there, dudes and dudettes. Time to wax up your boards and go catch the big wave over at the LPN Beach Blanket Bingo. One night only at the Balboa Theater in San Diego, October 20th. Come and check out all of the cool cats and the crazy dogs at LPN. Every show in the entire network, each one pulsating and grinding in front of you for your entertainment pleasure. We're all gonna catch the big kahuna, and I'm talking about that big greasy guy. I'm talking about a wave.
Ew, it's seaweed! It's seaweed!
Just so you know, it's gonna be inside of a theater, so any physical wetness you experience is your own personal body heat or the sweat of one of the performers. For live stream tickets, go to veeps.com/LPOTL to watch from the comfort of your own home. Again, that's VEEPS.com/LPOTL. Come and check it out. I'm certain if there's a podcast flavor you need on your tongue, we got the spoon for it. Beach Blanket Bingo, baby. Come on, girls, let's dance.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories.
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories. Yes. Come, chameleon. It comes and goes. It comes and goes. La what is it? La what is like my gum. It's golden cum. It's golden cum. Are we recording? Great. Good. I hope that goes out to Boy George. He puts the boy in a boy's George's name. Guys, first of all, I want to say, number one, you guys have been on this adventure with us for the last 12 years. Side Stories have been going, what? How long? For 5-6 years?
I don't know. I only started paying attention to it like a month and a half ago.
You had to. But the divisiveness of Holden over all of these years still holds. I have never received so many emails. It's the schizophrenic nature of people literally first of being like, Holden's incredible. Finally, Holden, obviously misspelled. You can smell the fucking dirt breath coming off of it.
So good to hear you guys together. Like, I missed him so much. He was the best part of everything this network has ever done. Nobody in the world is funnier than Holden McNeely.
But then the other side of the hate that comes with it is just so precious. I'm just glad we can still do it.
Yeah, I'm really happy we could do it too. I mean, and it would just ran the gamut. Like, why do you even keep him around? Like, you're
I don't know. I don't know. You know, he is just that. You just wind him up.
We've just said it time and time again that, like, if he wasn't funny, someone would have murdered him 20 years ago.
And he's barely funny. But it's nice. I'm getting into the spooky season.
As are we all.
I'm fine. It feels good.
Oh, yeah.
We watched The Exorcist. I forgot how good that movie is. Also, I forgot even talking about, it's like, we need to do a run-up on the murderer on The Exorcist set.
Yeah.
There's like a whole thing. I forgot how fucked up that scene is.
I've been pushing for this for years.
We got to do something. Do you remember his name?
I don't remember his name, but there was a guy in one of the scenes in which Reagan is getting a spinal tap.
Which is still arguably one of the most horrifying scenes in that film.
It's absolutely horrible.
Paul Bateson,
but
Paul Bateson. Yeah, he was the orderly. Yeah. And you kind of see he has like 2 lines in it. And God knows why he started killing.
Yeah, I think he had like 3 or 4. I think he was one of those guys that was suspected of being a serial killer, but they never actually proved that he was.
Verrill.
But it was one of those things where it was like, we know he did it, but we can't prove that he did it.
Yes, it seems like it's something. There's a lot of talk about, kink gone wrong, but as we were seeing with Andrew Cunanan, they often run with that when they don't need to. So, But we'll do a big rundown on this. Welcome to Side Stories.
Welcome to Side Stories. My name's Marcus Parks, and with me is Henry Zabrowski. I didn't know if you wanted to say your own name or not.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Yeah, we're kind of getting into the... I'm helping. I'm Marcus Sparks. You're Henry Zabrowski.
I'm Henry Zabrowski. Fuck. Oh, God, no.
Let's get into some updates.
Dude, I will say also, it's important to check out Pumpkinhead during this time of year.
Of course.
Pumpkinhead, and I still have my pitch for Pumpkinhead 3 that no one will hear, that I think is really cool. What you do is you have like a guy, like a cop, like who's racist cop, kill somebody on warrantlessly. He does the thing like really like something fucked up, right? Yeah. And then the family goes and gets Pumpkinhead, and then it's Pumpkinhead versus the fucking police. That would be fucking sweet. And they're all trying to get in there, and then you have like good cops trying to stop Pumpkinhead.
Yeah,
you know, the rest of them being like, but also at the same time being like, and then there's my favorite characters in all horror where people are sitting inside being like, Bessie, sit down. That ain't all business now. That ain't all business. He's mocked. Mark David is mocked. All right, we cannot get involved. It's a legend of Pumpkinhead, and it's real. Like, I love that shit. And then little tiny Lance Henriksen, who was never a boy.
No.
I don't know how they cast a boy as Lance Henriksen. But as far as I'm concerned, the boyhood version of Lance Henriksen still had the scars and it's still been like, they called him on. Nobody can call him off. But I'm going to send him back to hell where he belongs. And you're like, you're 9.
Yeah, you're 9. Is Danny Glover still alive?
He better be.
Because
if not, I'm walking away from the microphone. I can't do it today.
I'd like him to be in Pumpkinhead 3. I'd like him to be one of the good cops.
Yeah, he's 77. Years fun, man. So he can still get in there.
Yeah, he could still be he could be chief of police, finally.
Oh, yes, that would be awesome.
Finally.
Yeah, I'm getting too old for this pumpkin shit. Which is great line.
Speaking of pumpkins, I have bought a pumpkin this year.
Oh, good.
But I have not carved it yet. What I did do, though, because, I've been working in my garden.
Yeah, sure. No, I know. Working.
I've been having a lot of fun in my garden. So what I did, I had a lot of extra dirt left over after I planted all my plants. And so what I did is I made a dirt-a-lantern in my garden.
That's fucking weird, man. So it's just a big lump of dirt?
It is a
mound?
It is a mound of dirt, and I got a couple of sticks that I dug out of the ground because there were some weird roots down there, and I don't know what they're from.
You're killing your trees.
No, all I got is palm trees out there. But what I did is I used those 2 sticks and made horns. I used rocks for eyes and a little nose. I found a little triangle rock for a nose and put that in, and then I used palm tree seeds as the mouth, as the big smile.
This could be the house where, the parents always usher the kids past, being like, no, don't. They don't know what Halloween is. Whatever they think Halloween is not good.
No, it looks very pagan.
Yeah. I mean, that's great. Honestly, I think I'm just jealous because I really am trying to find a way because we finally got our 12-foot skeleton.
Sure.
But I want us to be the scary house on the block. I would love for people to whisper as they go past, being like, that's where that fat guy lived. I mean, like, whoa, cool.
No.
And how did he did some magic spell to get that hot ass wife?
No, the only person who's seen my dirt-a-lantern is my mailman, whose name is Fred, and we're friends.
You just bringing him in the house?
No, because I'm always working on my garden. So he comes in, comes out, hey, Fred, hey, Marcus. So yeah.
That's really sweet.
It's really nice.
See, look at you. You're becoming fucking like a suburbanite.
Dude, I got a house, so I'm doing my shit. I'm doing the whole thing. But yeah, I'll take a picture of the dirt-a-lantern and we'll send it out on the newsletter.
Yeah, that would be great. People would love it. All right. Update says you were trying to get into one of the most important debates in the history of this show. Obviously, we've had a lot of controversies here. We had the Dandelions Daffodils debacle, literally set the whole fucking subgroup or all into a fiery rage. Otter's papers. This was a question that came up last week that I really appreciate the true diversity of the answers. And we basically asked the question: dick taste.
Yeah.
If you're sucking a bunch of different dicks, how different does each dick taste? As in, when you have cunnilingus, when you're eating pussy, you're obviously each one is very distinct, and it's about the owner.
Very much so. Yeah. It's about the owner. It's about, diet. There's a lot of factors that go into it.
Absolutely.
But there's also, just a natural scent.
And also there's kind of a vague baseline, but most of the time it's all jazz.
And I've never got the people that say that, the whole fish thing, the whole fishy thing. Never in my life have I run across a fishy.
Yeah, only your Uncle Greg says shit like that. You know what I mean? Only the dirtiest man at the 7-Eleven talks she's got a tuna gas. You know what I mean? Most of the time people are pretty fair to vaginas because we're created by them.
Yeah, it's always the guy who says, ain't nothing better in the world. shit, maybe pussy.
It's just like,
He's
sir,
like,
sir, I just need you to send this next day. But I truly can't believe how the numbers break down. I want to thank Joel, who went through this. He broke down all the stats. It is pretty much down the line. Hygiene aside, dick tastes the same. We got 46 answers. Because of hygiene, all dicks taste different. 44.
Interesting.
So as many people who say that dicks taste different are people who say all dicks taste the same. And I've seen it across the board. People saying it just tastes like sweat, right? It just tastes like, one person put it like, it was like licking a forearm. You know what I mean? Which is being like, well, I don't know what those hands are doing. But then a lot of other people just said like, no, obviously each dick is different. Each penis has a different idea. I think really when it comes down to is cum and the fact that the cum is distinctly very different.
Cum is always different. That does
Yes.
that always has a different flavor. The interesting response that I got, the one that really makes me wonder, is that there were 6 people, 6, who all said that clean dick tastes like avocados.
Hey, I just don't know if they're even eating avocados wrong. Like, I don't know if the problem is that it's because they don't have access to good avocados, or if it's just like, maybe that's a type of synesthesia that we just don't understand. Kisses taste like watermelon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe to them, fucking avocado tastes like dick. Which is fuck.
But we also got...
I love avocado. I crave avocado.
But we also got a text from one of our longtime friends, John Flynn, who was very, very vocal that all dicks taste different.
You know, because I still think all dicks taste different, and mostly it's got to do with foreskin and how you take care of it. And I think that's a big fucking deal, because also one person specifically said uncircumcised dick tastes like pancakes. Which is, again, I don't know what restaurant you're at. It must be in Glasgow.
And there's also one person who said, and this I can absolutely believe, dick and balls smell like pencil shavings.
That's something else. That's something else. You're dating an English teacher.
But I believe that, though. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Well, I've also, you know, when they say that like white people smell like dog, smell like wet dog.
I believe that the whole thing that white people smell like hot dogs, I know exactly what they're talking about because I have smelled white people who smell exactly like hot dogs.
Oh, yeah, my cousins. Oh, yeah, we have hot dog people in my family.
Yeah.
So that's, honestly, it's really nice.
I've
Thank you for the
kissed
feedback.
multiple women who for some reason tasted like peas.
What?
Yeah. It was like,
How do you even know that they tasted like peas?
because I was kissing them and they tasted, I know what peas taste like.
How? I mean,
Like the vegetable peas.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I've never had a so distinctive a pea
It was
dish
Yeah.
that I would say like, that's peas. Now that's peas. Like, I don't understand.
No, but I know peas, and it's a very odd thing. Yeah, 3 times I've kissed girls, and they tasted like peas.
You just get odder and odder. I don't know. You eating the peas? I mean, I don't know if I could pick a pea taste out of a lineup.
No, I don't like peas. Peas, but you know me.
But you like British shit.
You know, but I like...
And it's all peas.
Not all peas. I like peas in my pies. If you put peas in your pie... like,
Then why? Then you do like peas.
Well, I like peas in my pie. I don't like peas on their own.
This is just deeper into this thing. It's the way it's his qualifications. It's the stuff that goes inside of his head where he's just like, in this state, these peas are fine. Peas loose, garbage. Meanwhile, you just had the peas and you're actually appreciating the element that the peas give to the melange inside of the pie.
Yeah.
And so you do like peas. You just don't like.
I like peas.
Where are my flutes?
I like peas as an ingredient.
I'm drinking a red eye right now.
In
I
a
shouldn't
larger
even do it.
melange.
Yeah, I know. That's good. That's good. We already missed the flutes. It's already passed. It's already passed.
You sit there and eat spoonfuls of cumin? No.
Yeah, but I'm trying to have a not as fragrant existence. You know? All right, so let me get one more update. We have another update here. This is fucking awesome. The reason why I want to read this up top, because, you know, again, we're trying to keep it a little bit spooky at the very, very top. This is why we talk about dicks and peas.
You always say it and you always fail.
Always fuck it up. Always fuck it
13
up.
years, you've never been able to spook anyone.
You know what it is? Is that it's so hard to be... Who do we know truly, probably personally the most spooky person I know? David Dasmalkian.
Yeah,
Right?
easily.
He is he is truly a very spooky man, just in general, but he's lovely. Gracious man.
That was the adjective I was going to use as well. Lovely man, but spooky as hell.
But he is definitely spooky.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think it requires, spooky and sexy are kind of close. that you kind of have to have. It's like a sincerity mixed within because it's a mystery.
Is it sort of like how comedy and horror are very close?
Well, I'd say comedy and horror are close because they both give involuntary physical reactions, right? But like spooky and sexy, I think it's about having a thing.
I think you're thinking about vampires.
David Dastmalchian, right? But so we try to keep it spooky is to tell this little story that we got sent, because the reason why, honestly, is that because it kind of sends a little bit of a shiver on my own spine, because we went on this same exact tour in Edinburgh and heard this same exact story from a tour guide. So it is really interesting to see it be confirmed, because, you never know. I've taken countless ghost tours, and they're all like, they say they got patter, they have bits. You never really know what is like real or what's not real. Like are you selling me something?
Yeah, we went on a horrible ghost tour in Edinburgh once where she just didn't know what she was
like, I'm normally here for the Highlander tour. And we're like, well, go back to it. You go fucking back to it, because we know what's going on. Or Outlander. It was the erotic Highlander, the one that makes my mother wet.
Yeah, Outlander. And this woman's trying to tell a fucking story about Birkenhair. And there we are with our friend Neil, who is an expert on Birkenhair.
And we're also just did the episode. We did a series on Birkenhair, and we're correcting the woman. She loved us.
Loved us whispering at the back.
All right, here we go. Here's a story about Mr. Boots of the Edinburgh Vaults.
This tour was fantastic.
Yes, this is a great tour. During my trip to Scotland with my wife this May.
Why are you doing a Scottish accent? He's taking a trip. He took a trip to Scotland.
You never know you don't know what his nationality is.
Well, if he's taking a trip to Scotland, he's probably not Scottish.
You never know. All right, he might be a self-hating Scot. All right. We decided to take a haunted tour through the Edinburgh Vaults. Our tour guide was the only person with a flashlight, which is, again, that is how they do it. It's freaky. It's a
very
great
freaky.
Tour.
No,
great
like right at the beginning, I'm claustrophobic, and I put my hand on Henry and I whispered, I think I'm going to die down here.
And I was like, yeah, me too, fuck yeah. She asked the group to not use flash photography or to have their phones out, so she would be the only person with a light source. And it's dark in the vaults. And having no lights gives you a good idea of how horrible it would have been to live there. A little bit of history. Apparently, during a time period when they were trying to make poor people illegal, during the time when Edinburgh was just like a quarter of a mile around, they joke about the Scots were the first one to build skyscrapers because they would live on these giant wooden platforms that would often fall, set on fire. So one thing they decided to do is they had these giant bridges that go through the city, or they go connect to the city, and they decided to wall it off and put people that were poor underneath the ground.
Yeah.
And these vaults that were like 6.5 feet by like 7 feet tall. Like, I mean it like truly claustrophobic. And they would jam 150 people at a time into these chambers where they would essentially, they'd be burning fires that were made by animal fats and shitting in buckets. And it was an absolute nightmare to behold. And just people died and died and died and died. Very freaky place, right? So we were herded to the back of a very dark second vault. And the guy told us about Mr. Boots, or the Watcher, which is, we got the same story. It's a fairly well-known, malevolent spirit that dwells within, known for making people pass out. Our tour guide told us that she wasn't a fan of this particular spirit, but Mr. Boots was a fan of hers and commonly showed up for her tours. We probably had the same tour guide.
Yeah.
As she was going through her stories of his appearances and misconducts during her tours, I was looking around trying to see whatever my eyes could in the dark. I noticed a small white light towards the entrance of the vault. It was about 6 feet off the ground, but I couldn't make out the source. I thought maybe they had some emergency lights somewhere in that area, and it was just originating from that. And when I asked our guide as we entered into the next room, she confirmed that there was nothing technological to cause that light, and noted I might have seen something paranormal. The next room was where the entity apparently dwelled. The guide separated all the couples so everyone was standing alone before she turned off her flashlight, leaving us all completely in the dark. This is when my wife started to freak out. Like you. Started to leave the tour. I stayed behind, but I didn't have any sense of paranormal goings on. The guide finished up her stories of the entity before leading the rest of us back up to the surface of Edinburgh. I asked her if Mr. Boots had been with us tonight, and she confirmed his presence, hiding her distress over it. We didn't pry too much, just tipped, and we made our way back to the hotel. Now for the weirdness. And this is the part I haven't shared with my wife. And so he's saying right here, so if you end up reading this on the show, it'll probably be the first time she's hearing it.
Great.
After a few hours of sleep,
I love blowing up marriage secrets.
fucking get to the center, my man. Can it hold? After a few hours of sleep, I woke up, bleary and strangely enough, feeling a sense of oppression. I remember looking to the other side of the bed and seeing a shadow figure standing over us. In the moment, I was freaked out, but being well accustomed to experiencing sleep paralysis, I told myself it was just a bit of that. So I did what I always do, told my brain to stop fucking with me, and I managed to turn over and fall back asleep. I haven't mentioned it to my wife because she was already feeling sick with a head cold, and ghosts freak her out. I haven't experienced anything else like that since then, so at least I guess it didn't follow us home.
You know, what's funny is that I've been told by a lot of people who are sensitives, they're like, man, there's so many ghosts following you around.
I mean, your family is part of the American blood trust. Right? Your family was a part of a lot of like really intense
frontier people. Yeah.
Frontier people. There was some criminality. There was other things like inside of your family. So I could definitely see that.
Yeah, there's a gun in the family that's been passed down that has like notches on the hill for how many people the gun's killed. 3, by the way. Yeah. No, there's plenty of blood in my family. But no, they say it's not people they say that it's people that I pick up along the way. That they say that if a ghost or a spirit.
Honestly, get them to subscribe.
I will. But these are. They say that they're just spirits that follow me around for a while, and then will go away, and then until they find someone else to follow or something else to follow. I got nothing. I mean, I don't feel anything. I don't feel any sort of spirit following me, and I like being alone.
This is great. This is great, and I really love being right next to you because I've done a whole cleanse. I'm in a full magical renaissance of my own.
Which is
I
great.
did a full. I've had some spooky things happening in my own house recently that I just don't like. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I did a thing. And I mean it. I haven't felt like that in a long time.
Yeah,
where
spooky
pots and pans fell off literally no reason to, just fucking slid off my kitchen counter. Dogs going nuts.
While you're doing this stuff.
Yes, things opening and closing. Literally felt a wind rip through my house, watch papers fly off a thing. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. I'm ready to be spooked as all hell Halloween. So come on, let's see some goddamn ghosts.
I'm cool with being passive about it. If the spirits are there, if they're following me around, fucking
take a look. Hey now, hi, yeah. When you're laying it to Carolina, you go want you applaud. Do you ever do that? You ever thank the ghosts that are watching you while you're plowing your wife?
Why would I thank them?
Because they're there. Honestly, I always love a fan.
Good. Thank you for appreciating.
Thank you for appreciating.
Yeah.
Thank you, like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
And wham, like and subscribe.
No. I'm there for that. I'm glad they're there for that. It's just the alone moments, certain alone moments that I actually do think sometimes when I'm having my solo times.
Masturbating. You talking about when you're jerking off?
Yeah, I'm talking about when I'm jerking off, and you ever make love to yourself?
No,
really...
I treat myself like a dirty whore. I'm literally just like, all right, your money's on the dresser.
No,
I don't even. It's very mechanical when I jerk off.
No, sometimes I like to make it nice. Not necessarily set the mood. Yeah, kind of set the mood a little bit. You make it nice because you're with yourself, and you're wanting to have a little bit of self-love. A little bit of self-love. You're treating yourself with the sort of, you're treating yourself how you want to be treated. This
is incredible. You're gardening. You're doing 45-minute masturbating sections. You're really turning into Anne Heche. This is incredible. I love this.
Oh, I've been doing that. I've been treating myself forever.
Maybe I should. I just don't really.
You should try it.
I'm not that into me.
Yeah.
Just in terms of being the good part of me is I get access to Natalie.
Well, of course, you still have your wife. You still make love. You still have your sex.
That's where I put the time in.
But then but that's the thing. You can do both, brother.
I guess what it is.
Both. I do both.
It's just so,
Nobody suffers.
You know what it is that after you make sweet, beautiful love to your wife, you go right back to having a nice, fun life, and you can talk about stuff where it's when I'm alone and I'm jerking off, those moments after I fucking ejaculate are just what have I become?
And that's why that's why you need to take it a little more pleasantly.
Yes. It's as I come.
Yeah.
Full throat. Do you make full cum noise?
Do I make full cum noise? Sometimes. Actually, yeah. Especially now
I
that
look
I live
like-
now that I live in a house, like all bets are off when it comes to noises. It's fantastic.
Sure. And honestly, obviously, I've done this bit before, but when I've seen my eyes in the reflection of the computer, I just look like Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Like it's just the Stanley Kubrick looking down the pipe, just like looking at myself. I'm like, what have I done here?
No, you put on something nice like Dorsal Club, where people are having fun. Something French.
Hey,
You put on something French.
oh, I'm down. Maybe I'll try it this weekend.
Try it this weekend and that's the thing, because this is an out of town thing. I'm going
to be in a hotel by myself.
Yeah. Well, in a hotel, you can't really do it. In a hotel, it's hard to do because
That's when all bets are off.
Yeah.
Then that's when my penis is trying to get away from me. when I'm in a hotel room.
No, you got to do it when your wife's out of town or when she's like having like girl time.
You know what is hard is that then there's the dogs.
Well, you just leave that. You jerk off in front of your dog?
No, I can't. I hate it. I just look at it and see 4 pairs of little eyes. Just I'm like, what you doing, Daddy?
No. I'd go, Georgie.
Daddy, why'd you do it, Daddy? That's a Pumpkinhead. Daddy.
Rise from your grave.
It's talking about someone who's trying to avert from the gaze of others.
Yes.
There's one famous guy. But guess what, man? It just shows you. Sometimes you don't know. You don't know where these eyes are coming from because they come from fucking everywhere. And people are looking for this guy. And I think we finally fucking got him.
You think with this one, you think we got him. You think we got Bigfoot.
Bigfoot is spotted. Broad daylight. This one's a good one. All right, let's take a look at this. We got some camera footage of this. I want to go through. We'll show it we'll show it on clips or whatever. So this is a couple that was on a vacation in Colorado, right? It was quote unquote professed eyewitnesses, according to the New York Post. Shannon and Stetson Parker. Stetson is such a Colorado name.
It really is.
They just don't. All these guys are too hot. They're all too hot.
Well,
they're always bodyboarded.
Well, again, if they're in Colorado
they have
for their
to be.
10th anniversary, aren't they from somewhere else?
They might, whatever.
It's more of they might be from Montana.
You're right. You might be right. You might be right.
It's also Dakota's name. It's a hat. Stetson is a hat.
It is. I know. It's steam. They're very expensive. So now they said they were enjoying a trip for their 10th wedding anniversary. And they said here, this according to the New York Post, which I don't like this derogatory term, they observed the legendary lummox.
Well, it's the New York Post. They don't take any of this seriously at all.
Whatever. There's a whole industry around this. All right. And so it was a sightseeing tour on the narrow gauge rail line between Durango and Silverton in the Centennial State's far southwest. So you basically, man, you went on your anniversary and you went on a train tour?
You never been on these train rides? They're fantastic. I mean, we used to go to New Mexico all the time when I was a kid.
Is it fun?
It was so much fun because
I'm down. Honestly, I did not know. I was just mostly just being like, you just went to go look at a train?
No, you ride on the train and you get to, and they give you like kind of a tour. And they tell you like what happened where, and you get to go see the mountains. You get to see all kinds of really cool shit.
I love it. You know what? Take it back. It actually sounds really nice.
Yeah.
And I'll do it.
There's coal everywhere.
Well, now it's getting into like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this? We're just looking at fuel?
Well, as a kid, and I got to play with the coal, and I was all blackened by the coal, and put it
Again,
all
different
over my
wants,
face.
different expectations of a vacation. So take a look at this footage. Now, these guys shot this. Now, look at this. All right. Now, he's in full comic footage. What in the living fuck is this? Now, what you're seeing here is, I believe that's him shitting.
You think so?
Well, so you see here a very large creature, very similar to the Patterson Gimlet footage. Again, very tall. No way is it a guy in a suit.
No. Well, the thing is, okay.
Musculature. Look at him sit down like he's people.
But
that's me on my Toto.
But when he sits down, it looks like he sort of pulls his like he looks like he's adjusting clothing as he sits down.
Yeah, he's adjusting his fur around his knees. Well, no, I actually don't know. I don't know if that's true. That's clear as fuck, though.
It's very
clear, which also makes
it's not clear as fuck. Are you kidding?
It's extremely clear. That's extremely clear.
It's extremely clear that there's something moving.
Yeah, a man, not definitely in a suit, walking amongst the brush. I do like that it's camouflage, right? He's definitely the same color as his environment.
He's lumbering.
He's a sandy brown.
Yeah, and I'd say he is lumbering. He's very much lumbering.
That's Bigfoot. He's walking amongst the brush.
And his arms do look like abnormally long.
Like, again, look at this. The arms are long. The arms are extremely long. The legs are very long. Big feet attached to legs.
You can't see his feet.
I see the end of his foot. You see it right there. It's kind of, it goes up at the top, right? The thing like it might, kind
And
of
also,
looks like
why
slacks,
does
but
he reaches behind him too? Is it to, like,
checking for his wallet.
I know. That's what I was about to say.
You don't think Bigfoot doesn't need to fucking American Express? Like, you don't think he doesn't need his membership cards or his punch clubs for when he goes down to the coffee shop? Look at the, I love this sit. That's a difficult sit for a lumbering lummox to do,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Well, he's sitting down and he looks like he's resting his elbows on his knees.
I think he's taking a shit.
But it looks like his butt's fully on the ground, and it doesn't look like he's squatting. It looks like he's sitting because
He could pitch forward. I
unless-
kind of see a pitch forward where he could be shitting. I don't know. This could be it. The only thing I'm mad about then is that you didn't go and get this fucking scat.
But they're on a train. There's no way that they can
Now
know.
I'm back to anti-train torque because I would have been like, stop the train. You wouldn't have yelled, stop the train if you saw Bigfoot right next to the train.
And that's the other thing too, is that you're also like, you are presupposing many things here. You're
I'm allowed
assuming
to.
a lot of things
I'm
here.
allowed to. This ain't court.
So
This ain't cryptid court.
So you don't think, because that's the thing, you are presupposing that Bigfoot squats when he shits and that Bigfoot doesn't shit while he walks.
I definitely think he squats when he shits because he's way more close to a primate than he would be anything else. I believe he definitely squats when he shits.
Do you know
I think that if he was in full run and he had to shit, he would. Right? Because they say that in marathons, right? You're supposed to just go.
Yeah.
Right? You're supposed to just go. And also they do say that in a flight or fight response, quite often animals do defecate.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and when
Humans
they move.
do.
And birds do. Birds shit. That's a part of the reason why birds shit on you when they fly off, is that they have engaged the use of their wing muscles. Side stories, lpotl@gmail.com. I'm saying this way too confidently. But I'm pretty certain that birds, that's why, is because they start to fly, and then the natural use of the top muscles makes them disengage their bowel muscles, which is why they shit.
I always thought that animals shat in a flight response to like distract the predator.
I think it's just natural. I think it's because you're trying to literally lose whatever weight you got, and that you're just here we go. Do birds sometimes intentionally poop on people? Yes, the defense mechanism. This is Quora. This ain't real. They can't. No, we can't, because Quora is not real.
Also regurgitate semi-digested food, which is pretty nasty.
Quora is just full of never listen to Quora.
Never listen to Quora.
Never do it. It's not real. It's not real. Because then also, so as soon as you look up one, it's all the rest of it's being like, how do I tell my son to come back? You know, like each story on Quora is worse and worse and worse. Being like, does my dog have AIDS? Can I give my dog AIDS? Very scary. You can, because guess what? You can. Intravenous drug use. When you are, because you know how many times Winnie really struggles with tying off her little arm when she gets her hit, right?
Yeah,
because again, she's looking to relax, right? She's just saying, being like, I'm gonna fucking cut the edge off, man. She's just such a fucking pussy about doing it herself. So I gotta drop the line.
You gotta drop the lead in, yeah. But that's after you've already dropped. Do you drop it in first, or do you do the dog?
I don't
first?
get high on my own supply. It's for the dog.
It's for
I'm
the
fucking
dog.
clean and
Okay.
sober.
Good.
From heroin. All right, let's get into one more story. Like we got a lot of stories here, but there's a couple of these here that are pretty fucking good. Oh God, which one do we do?
I mean, we've got either the cyclist or the judge. Which one do you want to go for?
Let's do with the judge.
All right.
Take the judge.
All right, the judge. So an Oklahoma judge could be booted from the bench. This is from the Daily Beast, by the way, after an investigation found she texted her way through a trial over the beating death of a 2-year-old boy, with court records revealing she laughed about a prosecutor's baby hands, wondered whether a juror was wearing a wig, and drooled over a quote-unquote pretty police officer testifying on the stand. And she was texting with the bailiff.
It's very, not to be anything. She's got the face. She's got Facebook face. You know what I mean? Like she's got the type of person that's like been an issue, but now somehow she became a Lincoln County district judge.
Yeah.
Her name is Tracy Soderstrom.
And Lincoln County, by the way, that's Billy the Kid. This is Billy the Kid territory.
I mean, you could tell, like you could see footage. So last month there was a little bit of controversy because the video of her texting after first telling the entire court that they need to put all of their phones away so they can fully pay attention to the evidence. There is footage of her very not surreptitiously. It reminds me when I thought I was getting away with not working at my office job.
Yeah.
Where it was like, they know you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You know, like,
You're
it's
not.
me clicking over to, I'm looking at the expense report. And like, definitely been looking at Reddit all day, right? But she's got, her phone is just like underneath her desk, right? Which is extremely, extremely fucking sneaky. And there's an overhead camera that's just showing her do it, where she's just click, 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 click. She's just typing along to the bailiff, who is also answering her back in a mean girl fashion.
Yeah, oh, very much so. It's,
during a very sad trial.
yes, it's about a man who beat a 2-year-old to death, and this woman is texting the bailiff about how, like, oh, this guy's definitely innocent.
On the district attorney Adam Painter, Soderstrom observed that he was, quote unquote, sweating through his coat and asked, why does he have baby hands? They're so weird looking, which is just ridiculous.
500 texts
between
these two people.
They apparently, they won't repeat it. The bailiff made a crass and demeaning reference to the genitals of 2 male prosecutors. And she wrote, ha ha. And then this is where it gets really into.
And a laughing face emoji. Don't worry. Don't forget about the laughing face emoji.
And also, this is where it really gets into why this is a problem, right? Because then you can ask, how is this a crime, as we do here on Side Stories? Because she gave an emotional, Marcel's girlfriend and Braxton's mother, that was the victim, Judith Danker, gave emotional testimony about the abuse that Braxton had suffered. Soderstrom then asked in a text, can I please scream liar, liar? Which is just, it's just hard because they're not supposed to make judgments in that way. So obviously.
No, they're not. They're supposed to assume that the person is innocent until proven guilty.
Isn't a judge in many ways supposed to be impartial?
In many ways, in every way. In every way, a judge is supposed to be impartial. In another message, Soderstrom snarked that prosecutors, quote, just couldn't accept that a mom could kill her kid, so they went after the next person available.
And obviously, we can't really get into, I don't really know all of the details of the case that they were talking about. Really, it's just about that idea of, like, you have this very, very important person who is just fucking with the process in a way that seems to be extremely 2023, that it's just this sort of like everybody's playing, because this was her first murder trial.
Yeah.
And it just seems to be this constant playing fast and loose with a bunch of shit that just kind of acting like, which I don't know if it's going to send us in a great direction.
I mean, that's the thing about judges is that, this always gets me with elections, because I vote every election. I do my civic duty.
Fucking nerd. No, now I am forced to as well.
Yeah, I like voting. But the thing is about most vote, like when you get to like the votes, when you get to the ballot, there's always the votes for like county judge.
Oh, yeah. And most of the time I just pick by like who's got a cool name.
And her last name is Soderstrom. It's a really cool last name.
Wow. That's so weird. I wonder if there must be some kind of study somewhere that talks about that. Because I know, like, so for Your Pretty Face Going to Hell, David Willis talks about how he just saw my name. Mm-hmm. And he thought it was a stupid name. He said, that sounds like a Mad Magazine guy.
Yeah.
And he picked my tape and it really helped me work. And I wonder if there's a lot of that.
I guarantee
across the board.
Because that's the thing, man, is that I even decided like last election, I was like, you know what, man? Like, because me and Carolina both take it very seriously. We take our civic duty very seriously.
And the last LA elections, Ed sent me a bunch of stuff. Like, I really read it, but sometimes for these judges, it's hard to really find out.
It's impossible to find out what these people are all about. Like, it's impossible to find out, like, their histories. Like, there's just not much out there unless you spend all fucking day trying to figure out what one judge is all about. So usually it's just it's like it's a crapshoot.
That's not good.
As to who gets on the bench. And sometimes it's people like this, people who text to the bailiff, look at that hairline.
About a juror.
Yeah, and the bailiff writes back, in all caps, OMG, LOL.
Man, and then
this
maybe
is just what we have to deal with in this fucking country.
Maybe it's just because they're, do you think they were flirting?
Yeah.
Do you think this is like sexy?
I don't know, because they don't ever mention
like
anything
them being...
like they don't mention any kind. Like, it seems like I think it might have just been like a friendship. Like, I think maybe they like had some
Bad
drinks.
Girls Club.
They had some drinks after work one day, like after a trial, and they found that they really like each other. They're just it's like, you get me. You get me.
You get me. Who's Judge Judy's bailiff? Oh, yeah, Bailiff Bird. Do you think they fucked? He's 65 years old. I guess, yeah, he's still around. Yeah. Oh, no, he's married. I guess they wouldn't have had sex with each other. She seems lovely. His wife seems lovely.
Yeah, I think they're fine. I think they're friends. I think they probably go to each other's Christmas parties.
I would like to hope that they're still friends.
I'd like to hope they are, too. Isn't Judge Judy back?
Oh, yeah. She's never went away.
No.
I think she took a year break.
She took a year break, and then I think she's one of those people that like realized that her health was probably failing. It's like, if I stop doing this, I'm going to die.
Some people are just like that. If
Yeah.
they don't continue to yarble into a television camera, they continue. Look at fucking, but it kept Dianne Feinstein alive for like fucking.
Fuck Dianne
God.
Feinstein. Listen to the fucking Dead Kennedy series on No Dogs in Space. If you want to know how badly Dianne Feinstein has been fucking shit up since the 1970s, how Dianne Feinstein is almost single-handedly responsible for the state of San Francisco today in a fucking row of dominoes that started way back in like 1979, go listen to our fucking Dead Kennedy series on No Dogs in Space, which I am particularly proud of. I think it's one of our best.
One of my favorite attributes of a politician is if they look like a soft pumpkin. It is one of my favorites. I want them to look like they're soft to the touch, like they need to wear a helmet, because if not, their head will get fucking dented like a baby from laying on their side for too long.
You could just your hands
It's my
right into their fucking
favorite.
face.
I love how small Joe Biden's eyes are getting every day. I love how he's looking more and more like a. Nothing comforts me.
But, democracy's a risk.
It really is. Sometimes
it really is a roll of the dice.
you got to put it all on red. Just let it go. All right, here we go. This is a very side story. And I don't know why. Again, it's not that it's not a crime, but how did we get here?
Right.
Baxter County, Arkansas. No way. 55-year-old Midway man faces drug and sexual indecency charges after a deputy said he spotted him having sex with a stuffed animal.
In public?
Well, he was. They said
Because
that
I heard at least one crime in there.
So yeah. According to court documents, 12:45 a.m. When else are you going to stuff an animal? Right. It's October 8th. It's right around the corner. He observed a vehicle at the Midway Store and Lock, which is a storage unit. And he said that he observed that the vehicle was a rockin'.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually thought that, I think actually in many ways, he has a lot to defend himself legally, because I do believe it is law that if the car is a rockin', you don't come a knockin'. I'm pretty certain that he can do that with I believe it's the Elvis Presley law that you can do.
I believe it's more custom than it is law,
no.
but it's it's
rule
more,
of law. Yeah, more rule of county than anything. He said that he observed that the vehicle was a rockin', and the deputy looked inside the vehicle, and he observed Morgavin, a man Theodore T. Morgavin III.
Theodore T. Morgavin III?
He doesn't look like anybody wanted to make a third.
Yeah. Oh God. Even if you just called him Ted Morgavin,
Dude,
it's just
Ted Morgavin. Yeah, I put it in the little tiger's mouth. I told it, I said, quit looking at me. Quit seducing me, tiger. I'm trying to put all my meth inside my storage unit.
Does Ted Morgavin and Teddy Morgavin, are those two different guys?
Teddy Morgavin sound like that. It sounds like the thing he was fucking. And said when the deputy looked inside the vehicle, he was having sex with a stuffed animal.
Uh-huh.
Now, they said that he had an active search waiver from the Arkansas Department of Community Corrections. Obviously, they searched the vehicle and they found a purse containing 2 marijuana pipes and 1 syringe.
Okay.
And then they found approximately 3 grams of methamphetamine in the purse. And that is, I feel like, the main crime.
That's the big crime. That is how it is a crime. However, is it his purse?
I don't. I think he probably had a lot of excuses. This just turned back from a woman. Can you imagine that? You're on methamphetamine. You thought the stuffed animal was a real woman. But the next thing you know, bubbles popped. Well, I've been fucking a fucking giraffe this whole time.
You know what I imagine? Purple hippo.
Why? Why a hippo?
I don't know. That was
I guess guy more pushing for the cushion.
I don't know why, but because it gives you a lot to hold on to. Because
but not necessarily because a hippo doesn't mean it's got a big ass on it.
Yeah, but it's big, and that's the thing. If
but
you're going to have
on the size of the animal versus this. Not all stuffed animals are in how you put it. It's in
proportion.
In proportion to the animal they represent.
I know you can have a tiny stuffed hippo, but I just imagine a medium-sized purple stuffed hippo.
We'll find out what it is. I'd love to know.
Yeah, I'd love to know.
But we've covered so many of these stories, outside stories, and I don't really understand the concept of fucking a stuffed animal.
In public.
In anything. There was like a story of a guy that was with his real estate agent that he was looking at a house to purchase and just on a whim started fucking a stuffed animal he found in a room. He started rubbing his dick and balls all over a stuffed animal and coming on the outside of it. And it's just like, what else has gone on today? Is it they spell your name wrong on your Starbucks order? Like, why is today the, well,
always the question. It's always the question of why is today the day?
Yes.
Or why is today the day you got caught?
Got slappy. You thought you got so confident.
Yeah.
Berserker mode and jerking off. I just don't know what is good about, like,
I mean, you never had relations with a pillow when you were younger?
No.
You didn't? Really?
No, I was never into it. My hands were enough.
I think you're in the minority.
You know,
because I loved it.
Side stories, lpotl@gmail.com. What stuffed animals have you fucking had?
I mean, I didn't fuck a stuffed animal. It's just a large, like a couch cushion.
Didn't Holden used to stick his dick between two mattresses?
Yeah, that was him.
That's fucking also horrible.
Yeah.
Mine was regular, dog.
Yeah, I mean, mine was also regular, but there was many other objects and many other things and many other
mine was
experimentations.
Mine was straight ass regular, and then, you know.
But you're pretty vanilla when it comes to sex.
I'm
much more adventurous.
I just like it to be there.
Yeah, I
like it to be an option.
You're a simple man.
That's it. That an option that is available to me in a fun, nice, wholesome, romantic way.
Yeah, I'm more of a mad scientist.
You know, I guess as I get older, I don't play with my, I don't do anything.
But you never did it.
Nah.
No, see, yeah. I'm always
very Polish. It's utilitarian. It's very much being like, what are we doing here? Do we have an exit plan?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. But my tastes are decidedly not British, as, per my ancestry.
You'd be surprised, though. Some of these British get into some freaky-ass stuff. Fred and Rose West.
That is true. There is definitely an undercurrent. And I've seen some documentaries involving the British in which things get quite strange.
They had that taxi cab one.
Yeah, they're big on the taxi because the taxis are so big there.
But the thing is, they are very big. But also, like, I feel like the men in the videos are so much more like, they'll just look like chimney sweeps. They look like big, weird, being like, I'll fix your gape. I'll fix your fucking gape. You know what I mean? Like that style. I'm like,
I also happen to know that it is a custom,
not a law?
Not a law, in a British boys' boarding school for them to experiment with each other sexually. Side stories LPOTL
no,
at
please
gmail.com.
Don't. Don't. I don't want to hear about the boys everyone experimented with when they were in grade school.
Well, I think it was more like an old school thing. I think it was something they did more like in the 50s and the 60s.
I don't know if I feel like that's a broad brush to fucking paint with, friend.
I heard tell.
From who?
I don't remember.
From an old weird man? You got to be careful where your sources are.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to England to visit family over Christmas, so maybe I'll
ask them. Ask the family.
I won't ask the family; they just live there. But I will perhaps one day in a pub when I'm enjoying my steak and ale pie.
Let me ask you something here, son. Let me ask you. Listen, I'm from America, so when you were a boy, did you and the other boys suck each other off? They're gonna love it, Marcus.
I might have to go to the more posh sections.
I'm from Los Angeles. First of all, I just want to ask it's definitely not for a movie, for a documentary. So, no. But when you guys were all little boys, you guys all fucked and sucked each other, right?
No, I'd have to ask the posh boys who went to the boarding schools, because it's not I don't know about the more working class fellas, because I'm not really sure. I know from Study and Joy Division on No Dogs in Space, the more working class fellas, I know that they're a little bit more open with like butt.
Well,
humor?
You know what it is that I actually recently watched a video. It was about the New Zealand like football team. There was something they were doing, and it was like them all like chugging on each other's dicks, and then one guy shitting on another guy's head.
Chugging on their dicks?
Yeah, like they were like pulling on each other's dicks and like pissing on each other. Yeah,
because chugging on dicks is far different than tugging on dicks.
That's something else.
Yeah, that's something else. And that sounds like a rugby thing.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a footy thing, and then they were all like, I hate boys. I still to this day. I like girls. I like hanging out with girls.
I also far prefer the company of women.
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't need it. I've never seen a bunch of women. I guess some women slap clits.
Yeah.
I've seen it, right? They got to get a little clit tuck, clit tap.
Yeah. I don't know. Do they do clit check?
Side stories LP
gmail.com. We're asking a lot of questions
I
here.
know.
But,
I
you
guess
know.
it's good to kick
But
it to the audience.
I like being on Side Stories now because all of my curious queries can be answered.
I don't ever have to look anything up. And then I just believe whatever you guys say. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that our poll samples are skewed, but
yeah, towards our favor.
Yeah, towards our favor and towards our favorites.
Our favorites.
Rise from your grave.
Do we got time for another story? All right, this is a great story. Now, this story here is, we'll cover this. This is fucking, you got to be careful, man.
You really do.
You got to keep your head in the goddamn swivel when you're out there dating, okay? Because you never really know anybody. Accused cyclist, killer, had escaped plans for months. Now, this was a person, this you could see it's how her eyes are shaped. Like one slightly above the other. She's got Ted Bundy eyes.
Shannon Doherty eyes.
Yes. Now, this was Kaitlin Marie Armstrong, has allegedly been concocting a scheme about trying to figure out how to train to escape police custody because they are accused of the murder of a pro cyclist.
You know what look she has? Manson Girl.
Oh, very close.
She gets real heavy Manson Girl
Just
vibes.
Always
and always forever.
Yeah, and you're
always
like,
for all is one.
Ma'am, please. So Armstrong, 35, she is charged with first-degree murder in the killing of competitive cyclist Anna Mariah Wilson, who's 25 years old. Now, apparently, Anna Mariah Wilson, the victim, went on a date with Kaitlin Marie Armstrong, the killer's boyfriend, quote unquote, a date. It sounds like, and the boyfriend was by the name of Colin Strickland, who was also a professional cyclist. And it sounds like, we don't know, that it was either something friendly that misconstrued, or maybe he was caught on the beginning of cheating.
Maybe.
But who fucking knows? No one deserves to die for it.
Nope.
Because it just shows you, you can throw that man to curb. You kick that man to curb, girl.
You kick that man to curb.
All right, so
you just move on.
You move on. So
you pray love.
They went. Apparently, this Wilson and Strickland had went on a swimming. They went swimming together, and they again until maybe seeing each other in bathing suits, not super friendly, but I don't know.
Yeah,
you know. And then they had dinner together, and then that night, I guess somehow she found out the poor lady Anna Mariah Wilson was shot dead later that night, presumably, allegedly, by Kaitlin Marie Armstrong. Now, the thing is, of course, allegedly, but the next day, she used a bogus passport to fly to Costa Rica. Not super innocent sounding, you know what I mean? But then she spent 43 days on the lam before being captured at a backpacker's lodge in the popular beach town of St. Teresa. It sounds lovely. They said they actually had found she had just purchased about $6,350 worth of cosmetic surgery that she was just about to go get.
Yeah.
But the next part is where it gets interesting, is that, so they pick her up, right? And so they go to transport her to, I guess she had a medical visit they wanted to do.
Well, first they brought her from Costa Rica. They brought her back to Austin.
And apparently, up to this point, what the police officers did not know was that she was actively training on how to get away from police officers.
Yeah.
So she's running sprints, doing yoga, lifting weights, doing squats with weights, doing all stuff, practicing jumping. She then went and staged what looked like a leg injury so that she can then have medical reason to not have leg restraints put on her, right? So she did that. She set this all up. They said now that there was no history of the injury, that we had no idea if you even had an injury, but she set it up. And then they also found within her cell phone case a handcuff picking like little piece of material, like a tool. And this lady almost did it.
Well, I mean, the attempted escape, she got away for 10 minutes. Like a 10-minute run is like, that's a lot, because most escape attempts from jail, they get about 6 feet before they just get taken down.
Training.
Yeah.
You just dig in. It's all about, hear that pistol go off? You got to be able to, was it spring motion?
Yeah.
Being able to just pop.
Yeah. And I'm watching the footage. There's about 10 seconds of footage of her running. And
let me see this. Flip this to me.
And I got to say, good form.
Let me see this. I'm going to see this footage right here. Because I haven't seen this. Because I don't know if she can beat me. Do you think she's fastest? She's not faster than me.
You fucking kidding me?
I'm the fastest man within 10 feet.
Within 10 feet, yeah. If you can get, if you're trying to escape from prison and you're like 10 feet from an airplane like door that's about to like close.
Yeah, like this is the Expendables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that. Whoa, yeah, she's digging.
Yeah.
Whoa, those are long strides.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like good form. Like this woman is getting away.
And what she did was that she had set herself up. She complained of being cold. She wore a set of thermals underneath her uniform. They had put her in a prison uniform, and she somehow got out, took off the fucking prison uniform, so she looked like she was just dressed in normal ass clothes, and then just boom. I think you see, like she tries to jump the fence. That's the issue here. She tries to jump the fence. She got caught.
Dressed in normal clothes, except for her bottoms, which are like, I didn't know Texas was still doing like Beagle Boys, like fucking black and white stripes.
Old school, like silent film.
Yeah.
Style. I think it's their thing there is to embarrass you.
Oh, yeah. Texas really loves to embarrass you for committing a crime. They really like to humiliate you. It's, Texas is really big. Like, you know how some places like kind of give you shit and humiliate you, and it's kind of like in the spirit of fun. You're from Queens. You know how that goes.
Well, New York is very, obviously we're very candid with our opinions of you, but largely extremely, if you spend any time in New York City, New York natives are very friendly, actually very nice and very helpful.
Yeah. If there was one word that I would use to describe Texas, it's cruel.
It can be.
Yeah, it can be very cruel. Yeah. And cruel and the humiliation is very cruel.
Oh yeah.
So they definitely want to beat you down and they laugh at you as much as they possibly can.
Good. I just don't really understand because can't we all just get along?
Is that what you're at this point? You're asking if Texans can just get along with other Texans?
I want this whole
it's an
world.
entire state built upon conflict.
I just wish I could go out there and ride a rainbow-shaped horse. I want the horse to be shaped like a rainbow. And I want to go out there and I want to bring peace to every child, every man, every woman in this great world of ours.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I try to do here.
I'm going to send you to a town called Throckmorton, Texas. And I want you to try to bring peace to Throckmorton.
Guys, I think it's time for the first ever summer edition of Midsummer's Night's Dream. Come on. And I mean, like, yes, Sheriff, you spend all your day on the public stage, don't you? But now it's time to do it in the service of the great bard himself.
Come on, from Woodson, from Guthrie, from Knox City, from Rochester, all come to see the bard's most curious and whimsical tale.
You're the local accused murderer, but now you're Puck. Oh, you're the man who runs the poison well. Now you're the famed Tiberius.
Oh, and who shall be wearing the donkey head tonight?
I think I can help with the power of theater.
I think you can. So we'll set this up. And you'll go to the home of Bob Lilly, a fucking Dallas Cowboys player who was a lineman in the 70s, and you'll go there and you'll show them culture, and all of their ways will be turned around. But one night of the theater.
I see that you're used to the war upon the gridiron, but have you ever dealt with the true drama of pathos upon the stage? So you're raping me. Sir, please leave me alone. And so now we don't know what the hell's going to happen with this lady.
Yeah.
I think she's going to probably go to fucking prison for a second.
Oh, yeah.
But her trial is scheduled for, I guess it's like not too far from now. So
October 30th.
Yep. So she'll get hers. Ooh, spooky.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, it's a Tuesday.
Jenny died on a Tuesday.
That's all you guys. Jenny died on a Tuesday from AIDS. Why didn't Forrest? Okay, I know we've gone through this again and again and again.
It was the shrimp. I don't know what's in shrimp. That's what saves me. Now it's time for some hero of the week. Here we go. All right, we got two of these. One is traditional in terms of hero of the week. Bear breaks into Connecticut home, heads straight for the refrigerator, steals frozen lasagna.
That's great.
It's just that simple. That's one. I just want to say this one because that's easy. Bear went in there. It somehow, like what we did with Andrew Cunanan, must have been familiar with the home. Figured out where. It is hilarious because it's very cute. He went straight to the freezer drawer. I really don't know how he did figure that out. He opened up the freezer drawer. They said they wanted, and I guess he smelled something, and he just ate a bunch of frozen lasagnas that were in there. And, God bless him. Because what else are you going to do?
Yeah. How did he get into the house?
I think that he was allowed in.
You
I think he talked his way in. Honey, do we have an Orkin appointment today? This bear here says he works for Orkin. Yeah, he says he broke into the house. He broke in.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He broke in through a screen door.
Yeah,
and then he crawls out the window.
It's very, very cute.
Yeah.
Because that's where bears are more like dogs.
Yeah.
A big bear, a black bear, is more like a dog than anything else.
Yeah.
Like you can yell at it and it'll walk away.
Yeah. It's not like a grizzly bear or a polar bear.
Yeah, rip open your fucking guts.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, look at this here. Use the actual footage of it. Yeah, he just went right in. That is just, I don't mind it.
Oh, he's got a big bear butt.
That's cute as hell. You know, and then he barely did any damage.
He really actually just wandered around the house. But then you got that bear smell.
Yeah, he probably pissed and shit over a bunch of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see, I don't know. God, I don't know how they knew. But it's how it works.
It's the mysteries of life.
It is. And here's the other real hero of the week, because I think this is fun. But again, it's traditional of a celebrating of a fun criminal. Muncie woman steals car from dealership to drive to exotic dancer interview in Indianapolis. Police claim a Muncie woman didn't know what the big deal was. She was stealing a Kia from a car dealership in order to allow her to drive to Indianapolis for a job interview to be an exotic dancer.
20 years old, to be young again.
Casey Shelton acted like this whole thing was a joke and did not understand what she was going to be arrested for.
You can definitely tell the people who are planning on cruising on their good looks for the rest of their life.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, again, and a lot of times it works and you just got to find the right town. Yeah. And guess what? It's not Muncie.
You ever been to Muncie?
I don't want to go to Muncie.
I've been to Muncie.
Have you?
Yeah. What is it? The infamous road trip that me and Kaitlin took.
Yeah, you're fucking when you did your Jonestown.
Yeah, we eventually started by going to
she's cute.
Our original plan was to go to Muncie, Indiana to visit the home of Garfield, Paws Inc., and then it turned into a Jonestown road trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, Muncie's it's a town.
Yeah, it's a town.
It's a town that has I would say a lot of Illinois has an aura of
It all feels like the background of the video to Fast Car by Tracy Chapman.
Well, I feel like it's a place that you gotta grow up in, and if you don't grow up there, it's very uncomfortable and strange. It's got a strange feeling to it, because that was also the place where we went, we were driving around, we went to James Dean's hometown, his hometown.
Well, this is Muncie, Indiana.
Yeah, but it's very close to James Dean's hometown. It's very, very close.
Well, I'm going to hear what's special about Muncie.
Yeah, I said Illinois, I meant Indiana.
Now it's here, it says here, the Middleton Studies. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but we went to we're supposed to go to the James Dean Museum, and apparently this town has two James Dean museums. And there's the official James Dean Museum, and then there's the unofficial one. And we found out later, after going to the unofficial one, that the unofficial one is run by a convicted pedophile. And you just don't go there. You're not supposed to go to that one.
Yeah. Now, Bob Ross apparently filmed. He filmed his Joy of Painting show, the TV station WIPB in Muncie.
Yeah.
From 84 to 94.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently Garfield,
mm-hmm.
Because Jim Davis graduated from Ball State University.
Yeah. And Jim Davis, James Dean, and Jim Jones are all from the same, they're all born and raised in a 50-mile radius of each other.
That makes sense. It's known for Ball canning jars. Well-known Ball Corporation that produces glass jars and lids for home canning began in Muncie.
And apparently the guy, the convicted pedophile that runs the James Dean Museum, children are told to stay away from him because he still has that leering look.
That just shows. I mean, it's so crazy after all these years. He still got it. That's what they're like. He's still, don't go anywhere near him. He's still got it. Fucking frightening. Also, I guess Close Encounters of the Third Kind was supposed to take place in Muncie, but obviously you never filmed there. They filmed in Mobile, Alabama, and Wyoming.
Yeah.
So don't bring any money there.
Nope. Not to Muncie. And also, but there's a bunch of Garfield statues all around. They're very large.
Yeah, Jim Davis he's got a hold on Indiana that we'll never understand.
He really does. There's 8 Garfield statues that are in different towns in Indiana that you're supposed to go and see. Oh, we only found the fisherman Garfield because at the other small towns, they were making Carolina and I very uncomfortable for existing and being there in their town.
You here for Garfield? Oh, yeah, for the dick sucking competition. And which one of you is the judge? All right, here we go. Let's get some listener emails. It's kind of a long one. It's good. It's spooky. My partner bought her house in 2014 after the previous owners died. It was owned by a decorated war veteran named Paul and his wife Nancy. Ooh, like Newman.
Paul Newman has a wife named Nancy?
I forgot her name. No, she was a famous actress for her names. He served over 20 years of active duty, including 2 tours in Japan and Germany. According to his obituary, he's a 50-year-old member of the American Legion, Masonic Lodge, as well as a bunch of other veteran groups, sure. Paul and Nancy settled down in this house when he retired from the military. While they lived in Germany, they had 2 babies that died in infancy.
Joanne Woodward.
That's who it was. Yep. Not Paul Newman. At least one of whom Nancy allegedly killed. My partner's parents lived next door and did quite a lot to help them in their old age. And they say Nancy notoriously hated children. And when they passed, my partner bought the house and all its contents. It was literally like one of those houses you'd see in the show Hoarders. Each room was overflowing with different things that Nancy collected over the years, with a narrow pathway going from room to room. My partner removed or sold most of the contents, but several pieces of beautiful imported German furniture and other things were kept. And when I moved in 2 years ago, Nancy's dishes were still in the kitchen cabinets. Now for the spooky shit. Number 1, Paul and Nancy's story hooked me. In the first couple of months living there, I would go to the basement and poke around to see if I could find anything interesting. One day, I found what looked to be an old mud-spattered leather camera case. When I opened it up, I realized I was holding Paul's military-issued binoculars. And what I at first thought was mud was actually blood.
Cool.
And my first instinct was to immediately salt and burn the fucking thing, but it's such an interesting piece of history that we just stored it. Never do that, because that's awesome. Don't burn it.
No, don't burn it. Of course not. Like, yeah.
Just clean it.
Yeah. That's World War II blood.
Oh, yeah. My partner's 6-year-old is terrified of our house and will consistently and randomly insist that the house is haunted and asks us to sell the house and move. She's been doing this whole time that I've lived there. She complains that she hates her room because it's so scary, despite us putting in a ton of effort to make it a fun, bright, colorful place. She's plagued with nightmares and is terrified of bedtime. She once told me that when she closes her eyes to sleep, she sees flashes of an arm holding a knife with blood dripping off of it, and she can't sleep without a light on. She also insists that she sees and hears people in the house at night. She pointed to her closet curtains and told me that sometimes there's a man that stands in between them, staring at her. Her closet is brightly lit with string lights, so it's hard to chalk it up to a shadow. Our dogs will be chilling is number 3, and then suddenly both jump up, run to the other room, stare, bark, growl at the empty staircase leading to a second floor as if they can see an intruder. And 4, one day I just left the house, and moments later my partner called to ask me if I had said anything to her on the way out the door, and I said no. She got freaked out and said that she heard a clear, feminine voice call out from the same staircase saying, "See you later." She was alone in the house.
See you later. See you later.
Tiptoe through the window. I was watching Insidious the other night. Technically, it's just a novelty song. Why is it an evil song?
I don't know why it's the evil song either. I love Tiny Tim.
I think Tiny Tim obviously gives people a weird vibe.
I guess so.
And I don't know if he ever shaked out to be anything bad, but who knows?
No, not at all. I loved him. He died on stage.
It's a fucking dream. Tip 5, number 5. The only thing that all 3 of us have witnessed happened in the room in which Nancy was bedridden in the years leading to her death. This room was the quote-unquote wind chime room, and she had hung wind chimes from every inch of the ceiling and the ceiling fan. On 2 separate occasions, we were there with the kiddo and saw the ceiling fan start spinning at a slow but consistent speed. I flipped the switch to see if it was a weird electrical glitch. To our shock, the fan stopped and started spinning much faster the other way. This has only happened when our kid was in the room with us. Are we being haunted by Paul and Nancy? We may never know.
You're definitely being haunted by Paul and Nancy.
Unless it's their choice to not get the wiring fixed in their home. And then you're just haunted by their homeowners.
Oh, the wind chime room. That's such a cool, because what I imagine with that is that she was so haunted by the murder of her own child, so haunted by the memory that she had to get hundreds upon hundreds of wind chimes.
Everywhere.
To make the memory go away.
I just have to know if the baby's coming to abort me. It's the baby coming to abort me. Wow, what a fucking, we're getting here.
We're getting here. We're there, man.
We're getting close to spooky. It's the middle of the month.
It's the middle, man. Have you been up on your horror movies? What have you been watching?
Well, I got those 2. I've been kind of getting more and more back into watching horror movies. Last night I watched Trick or Treat. The other day, that Talk to Me movie's fucking awesome.
Love to talk to me.
That was
Watched it
great.
last week.
The first real, obviously judgy, but this is the first real like Zoomer movie I've enjoyed.
Well, because the way I looked at it is that it's just kids being kids,
Yes.
just like, with 70s movies and 80s movies and 90s, like anytime you get just kids being kids, like just like Scream is a great example.
Great
of that.
example.
90s kids being 90s kids, or like
Yes.
the Friday the 13th movies, 70s kids being 70s kids.
Yes.
And this felt like the very first one of those of just like Zoom, or like It Follows with millennial kids.
Which is great. And then
Yeah.
I do think that it's there. I love the concept of using possession to get like high. It's such a funny, not
Super-
funny, but it's a great, I was like, that's an original idea.
It's what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like smoking salvia.
Yeah, it does. It's very similar, which is now just reminds me to never do that again.
Never do it again.
And before we do our little run off here, just join us this Friday. We're going to be in San Diego. Come now to the Balboa Theater, October 20th. All the shows are going to be there. We're going to have a lot of fucking fun.
Mhm.
I'm really excited to see you guys in person. Again, to dress spooky. I know we did. The reason why it's summer theme is because we booked a show in the summertime. I didn't even think about when it was.
No.
So now it's like we're going to spook it up. So make sure you Halloween costumes are encouraged. And go to veeps.com, veeps.com/LPOTL to buy a live stream ticket. You can watch it live from the comfort of your own home. And I think it's going to be a nice.
It's going to be nice.
That's
It's going to be
right.
real great. Yeah, we just got our No Dougs in Space bit all worked out. It's going to be fucking awesome. We're going to be talking about one of the greatest feuds in the history of rock and roll.
I can't wait. And you guys check it out. Live every day walking towards that spooky, spooky, spooky life, man. Live a spooky life. Because again, it's next to sexy.
Yeah.
Because then you can love, feel like, dressing in black. It's thinning. Like go in there, like show people, be like, oh, look, I'm cool. I'm mysterious. Don't you want to get to know me? Don't you want to ask me questions? And they don't need to know that you're fucking interminably boring, right? You're like, they don't have to know until it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or fill a whole room with wind chimes.
Dude, that's the way to do it, because then you become spooky just that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you're just a spooky, almost unapproachable person. What do you think is really, really important? And then you can laugh your way all the way to being dead in a chair and no one finding you for a couple of weeks.
It's your choice.
It's your choice, and that's the only way to live, by your own goddamn hand.
Goodbye.
Hail, sweet Satan.
On Hellgate.
Thank you for your gift, sweet Satan. Happy Halloween.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.